What's going on, everybody? It's me, Steve Fall from 10 Count. On today's edition, I have something very special for you. It's Megan Morant. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. It's been a busy week, but I'm great and I'm happy to be here with you.
I'm so happy to hear that because tell us a little about yourself and how you ended up on the journey that you are currently on.
It all started in November. I obviously I work for WWE and I was at a show for Friday Night SmackDown and I was in catering and one of my good buddies that I work with, Mike Kirschenbaum, at the time, I think he's 34 now, but he was 33, he has a wife, a daughter. He was all stressed out. He's one of my good pals. So we were in catering and I was like, what's going on? Like, you seem so stressed. And he said he was born with a kidney disease. His dad has it. It was genetic. He goes to a kidney doctor every single year just to get his numbers checked. And he went and he did not have a very good appointment, and his kidneys were functioning at 5%. So that was kind of a lot. And I exhaled and said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So what's next? And he said, I need a kidney. And I said, well, what goes into getting a kidney? And he's like, well, the surgery, it's actually all laparoscopic. You only have to stay 1 to 2 days in the hospital. And really for the donor, it's not that bad. So I was like, well, like, could I have kids if I did it? And he was like, oh yeah. I was like, you think I could run marathons? He's like, I mean, I don't know, but I think so. So I was intrigued. And as soon as I heard laparoscopic, I was like, I could do
Hmm.
that. So I went home and I probably spent the whole weekend reading everything there is to read on kidney.org. And then on Monday, I texted Kirsch and I said, hey, listen, if you need somebody, let me know. I would gladly test for you. So he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'd love to. It'd be an honor. So I was in Stanford for work, and Kirsch's hospital was NYU. He told me it's the same hospital as Alonzo Mourning. And he also told me that when Alonzo Mourning was in kidney failure, Patrick Ewing tested. So I was like, well, Patrick Ewing could test for Alonzo Mourning. I could definitely test for Kirsch. And Alonzo Mourning went on to, win an NBA championship. So I would be totally fine. I knew I was in good hands. So I went to NYU. I was set. Like, I wanted to do this. And I got a call back a couple of days later that said I was not a match
Hmm.
for Kirsch. I call him Kirsch. So I was not a match for Kirsch. And I was sad. I was like, I really want to do this, and now I can't. This is a really big bummer. But I told myself, if it ever comes up again in my life, I will definitely donate a kidney. So a couple weeks later, I used to work for the Patriots, and I'm on a group chat with all my old coworkers. We're also very close. And somebody in our group chat was talking about how they had kidney stones. And I said, and I was honestly like sort of being sarcastic. I mean, I wasn't being sarcastic, but I was just like, hey, like if you need a kidney, let me know. I just tested like a couple weeks ago to donate a kidney to a coworker. And then the next thing I know, my former boss said, I'll take that kidney. And I thought he was kidding. And he was like, no, I'm being serious. I need that kidney. And I was like, for what? And he said, my wife, Margaret, is in kidney failure.
Hmm.
So then I picked up the phone and I called and I said, are you being serious? Like, what's the deal? How's Margaret? And he said, I'm being serious. She needs a kidney. She's in kidney failure. We just found out. So I said, well, what blood type is she? And he said, she's blood type O. And I said, I'm blood type B. So we're not a match. But I said, there's something called the joint donor program, and I could essentially donate and then start a chain reaction, and in turn, Margaret will get a kidney. So it's sort of a longer process opposed to just like a one-to-one recipient,
Hmm.
donor recipient relationship. But I said, if you're willing to wait and if you don't have anybody else, I would gladly test for you. So I started testing in November. I got the news in April that I was a candidate to donate. And then this is where we had to kind of get creative because my WWE travel schedule didn't really like allow for me to have a lot of free time. But thankfully, my boss, Michael Cole, his wife actually is, she received a kidney 21 years ago. She received a living donation. So when I told Cole about this, he was touched, honored, and so supportive. And he said, you let me know what you need and we'll figure it out. So I was concerned about the trip to London. And so we sort of arranged it around then. And I got my day that was going to be July 12th. And so 2 days ago, I donated my left kidney to an anonymous recipient, and I actually just found out minutes ago that my kidney went to UCLA and it's making urine, and the recipient is doing awesome. And now in return, Margaret will get her kidney as well.
That's
So
outstanding.
yeah, she doesn't have it yet, but we're hoping hopefully by the end of summer. They say up to 6 months, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that it will be sooner.
Well, you're doing amazing things right now, but what was even a little crazier out there was they shut down the tunnel for you. They shut down the tunnel for you. How does it make you feel? Because this is something that's taking over the entire Boston area, and they shut the tunnel down for you.
Well, I'm not 100% sure it was my kidney, but the timing does add up. And with the construction going on around Boston, this has been happening multiple times. Someone told me this happened 4 times in the last 2 days that they've shut down the tunnel for organ donation. And it's just, I mean, it's overwhelming. It's like the people that I've met on the transplant floor, the care I got, the whole experience is overwhelming. And then a friend had sent me that text and said, "Was this you?" And I mean, I can't confirm. I'll never know 100% for sure, but the timing does add up. And yeah, I mean, it's just one of those fun facts. Like I could tell people, two truths and a lie. One time I shut down the tunnel in Boston, and people will probably never believe me, but hey, it was a really good reason for it to shut down. I know people were in traffic, but lives were getting saved, and my kidney made its flight on time. That was one of the first things they told me when I woke up. They said it made its flight, which I had no idea that kidneys flew commercial.
Oh
No
man,
idea at
I thought
all.
first class
So
maybe.
yeah, so I'm just glad that it made it. So everybody, thanks for being patient during the delay there and the traffic, because a life was saved.
Of course. And how are you feeling right now?
I feel really good. I'm very lucky. I mean, when I found out about all of this, after I did reading about it, I realized like I was really the perfect candidate to do this. I mean, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm in shape, I run marathons, and I said, listen, I could do this and bounce back. And the two questions I had for the doctors were, can I have kids and can I run marathons? And the answers were to both of those were yes. So I said, let's do it. And I feel great. I was discharged yesterday from the hospital. Most people stay 2 nights. They told me 90% of people stay 2 nights. And I said, I'm not 90% of people, but I was ready to stay 2 nights if I needed it. Thankfully, I didn't. And I came home yesterday, tired, sore, but I did walk a mile today and I showered. So it's a good day, and I feel good. I finally looked at my incision, and I'm really proud of it.
That's outstanding. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so happy for everyone involved with this situation as well, because you're doing amazing things right now. So I just want to say thank you so much for talking about this amazing journey you've been on. But I got one wrestling question, though. One wrestling question.
I have
Grayson,
SmackDown on right now.
you got SmackDown on right now. The Rock and Grayson Waller seem to be trading some jabs on Twitter. Do you think we'll ever see The Rock versus Grayson Waller?
I hope so.
I
I
hope
would
so.
love to see The Rock back. I love Grayson Waller. Actually, he's a big sports fan, as am I. And we started at WWE right around the same time, and he actually gifted me a Morant basketball jersey. So Grayson and I have been buds for a while. I'm happy to see him doing everything he's doing, even though he's a little annoying. But if he brings The Rock back to the squared circle, I'm all about it.
Of course. And then SmackDown is coming to Boston in September. I'm very excited. I'm pumped. You're pumped. I know we're all pumped. And
Yes.
hopefully by then we'll get you back in the saddle, because I know you've been involved with not just doing backstage interactions, you're doing the recap shows. Am I correct?
Yes, I'm moving to Connecticut, and I'll be on Raw Talk. I will be on SmackDown Lowdown, and there's a couple other things in the works that I can't really talk about yet, but stay tuned.
I cannot wait for everything. And again, the tunnel will confirm or deny it. The tunnel shut down for you. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say they did it. Okay. WWE's Meg Morant, thank you so much for being here. Pleasure. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Steve. Appreciate it.